Southeast Alaska has a kind of permanence to it when you look at the big picture, the mountaintops, the ice fields, the ocean. But when you look at the detail of Southeast, it's easier sometimes to see changes. Hello, I'm Scott Foster, and welcome again to Rain Country. This is Whale Park in downtown Ketchikan. And just a short period of time, some changes are going to be taking place on this part of Southeast's first city that are going to be visible for a long time to come.
This is the Shotridge Studio. It's a cultural center where Sue and I, my wife Sue Shotridge, is a jeweler. She teaches her jewelry to people here in the community. I'm a silversmith. I teach how to make the tools to engrave silver. We bring in well-known carvers and basket weavers to teach here, to teach other people.
Israel Shotridge's Cultural Center is an outgrowth of his work in art that began in the Ketchikan public schools. In 1976, he began taking classes at the Totem Heritage Center, and he now earns his living in this competitive field.
I compete against some of the finer carvers in the Northwest here for projects throughout Southeast and Alaska. Yeah, it's very competitive. And I really feel fortunate that I can be able to make a living, be recognized as a quote-unquote master carver, which I'm not totally comfortable with, and I don't think any other carver who's been at it 20 years still don't feel like they really have mastered their medium. We joke about it because none of us consider ourselves master carvers. The master carvers existed were maybe 300-400 years ago.
Master or not, Shotridge has been involved in more than a dozen totem pole restoration projects, including the Chief Johnson pole, which was raised in Ketchikan in 1989. In 1992, the City of Ketchikan Museum Department commissioned him to replicate one of the town's oldest totem poles.
Well, the original Chief Kyan totem pole was carved somewhere near the turn of the century before or after. And it's one of Ketchikan's first original totem poles, or as far as the Tongass tribe is concerned.
Perhaps because the pole is old, little is known about it. An anthropologist in the 1930s tried unsuccessfully to research its history. Recent efforts have had the same result. However, most seem to think it was a memorial pole carved and erected to honor someone who died. There is general agreement about the figures carved on the pole, but not the stories they represent. At the bottom is the grizzly, or brown bear. The middle figure is the thunderbird, and on top of the pole is the crane. This 28-foot Chief Kyan replica was carved from a very old western red cedar tree. Shotridge was assisted by Edwin DeWitt of Wrangell. The carving took 12 weeks, but the pole will stand in downtown Ketchikan for years.
Watch for the wings. Watch the wings. The wings okay down there? Yes, sir.
There'll be a gentleman who's of the Raven clan who will orchestrate all of this. It won't be of the Eagles because it's an eagle pole. And so ravens are called upon to raise the totem pole, which is tradition.
The pole over to the center of this, about a foot. Good.
There's a broader picture than just the totem carver. And lots of times I'm just participating as the carver, and we have elders in our tribe, and people selected specifically who orchestrate the pole raising, who speak.
I am from the K-Fox Dancers, or from Saxman. I'd like to thank the Tongass people for inviting me up here to participate in, as well as our dance group to participate in the pole raising. It is a good feeling to see something like this raised because it helps support our traditions and our way. I'm going to speak in Tlingit, and as I go along, my grandson, Willard Jackson, will do the English. Aktuasi gogana kish, kayunedi, ha-ish has. Kakaktas, Klikuhas, Akani Yan. I would like to say thank you to all my ravens, our fathers, uncles, aunts, respected grandparents, in-laws, all people of honor. We'll have to hold tension on that line, but don't pull back on it. Just let the line go up with the pole.
It's more than just me carving a totem pole. I think it represents, the Tlingit people. And it's also important that we do it because it's not just a ritual. It's our way of life, and it still continues today. It's not religion either. It's our culture, and it's really the backbone of our heritage as well. Not along with the language and the stories and the songs that we've sung and performed while the pole is going up.
Little slag. Okay, tighten up on the line. One more time.
A little bit more. Good.
I would like to thank the Tongass tribe carver, master carver Israel Shotridge and his able assistant Edwin DeWitt. I appreciate the beautiful work they have done on the family and the tribal pole. It is something like this that will keep our tradition alive, and our culture will never die as long as we keep this up.